In this video, I summarize my takeaways from reading the book 4000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman. I slightly reframe the book by adding my own ideas to it. The typical line of thinking that most self-help books take is that life is short and time is limited, so we need to make the most out of time. It sees time as a resource that you have to exploit by packing it with fulfilling experiences. Having a stellar professional career, being a great parent, exercising every day, taking up a hobby, reading books, and so on. But the reality is that no one can do all of these at once. In this book, Oliver talks about how accepting this reality can lead to a more meaningful life. The problem is not that life is short, but the pressure we put on ourselves on how we want to use this limited time. We want to get more done. We want to make notable advances on our career and money. However, there is no stopping point. We always strive for more. Even people on the top of the food chain who made it to the top schools and have the top jobs continue to feel this pressure to work with crushing intensity to maintain a lifestyle, which now becomes a prerequisite to how they want to live. On top of that, we also have personal goals: travel, parent, get fit, and so on. This is a never-ending cycle too, especially in this age of technology which continuously exposes us to better possibilities. We know that there is something else out there that feels better than what we are currently experiencing. Good is not good enough anymore. We want something better. There's too many things we want to do and too little time. This can be a source of anxiety in one's life. We should accept the reality that we cannot do everything, and with every decision we make, we are giving up on a wide range of other experiences we could have. You are guaranteed to miss out on the best experiences that life has to offer just because there are too many of them. While this might feel depressing on the surface, it can be a source of immense psychological freedom. But how is this freeing? By realizing that measuring our life by the number of experiences is a losing game, we can decide to shift our attention to the quality of experiences and enjoying the process rather than trying to get to a specific end state. By being okay to live a good life and not have a great one. You need to realize that there is no cosmic rule that entitles you to deserve any of this, and you already have much more than you have any right to expect. We are billionaires of human history, and we have access to better resources than almost all people who ever lived in human history. All of what you have can be taken away from you in a moment's notice. For example, one car accident or a bad injury in the gym can deteriorate your quality of life significantly. We're also insignificant. None of what we do matters. We will not have a notable impact on human history. We live only for a small speck of time on the cosmic scale. If Steve Jobs didn't build the iPhone, someone else would have come up with it eventually. So, when you pick projects, don't go for high impact at the expense of your personal well-being. Feel grateful for things as they are in the current moment, instead of finding pleasure in how they will be in an imagined future, because in most cases, the future is not going to arrive as you imagine it. Pick meaningful projects and stick to them for long periods of time. Patience is rare in the current world. Focus on consistent small daily improvements and you will be well ahead of most people. Also, make conscious choices on which parts of your life you are not going to be great at. Anxiety arises from uncertainty about the future, but the truth is that how much ever we try, the future is going to be uncertain. So accept that and do your part without focusing on how you want things to be. Don't be on the edge trying to guess what is going to happen. The universe is going to do its thing, irrespective of your thoughts. You can plan, but realize that plan is only a thought in the present moment on how you would like to deploy your influence over the future. But the future is under no obligation to comply. Accept this fully. Technology and internet will push you to care about things you don't have to care about. For example, violent crime, latest gadgets, sports, and more. They are driven by algorithms which do not have your best interests at heart. They are big obstacles to spending attention as you want. So minimize them and use this free time on the meaningful projects that you pick. Understand that the ideal notion of a good life in many self-help books is flawed. We have been sold the notion that having full control over your time, work, and living place leads to a life well lived. But such a life comes at a cost. Even though you succeed in getting more time for yourself, you will feel lonely if you have to experience all this time by yourself, alone. Most things worth achieving, for example, marriage, parenting, business, means that we will not have control over our time. Time is not something that we need to hoard. Time is something we need to share with other people to experience a fulfilling life. These are my key takeaways from the book 4000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman. Let me know what you think in the comments below.